All right, fellas, I just bought a fishing rod off Marketplace. Actually, 2 fishing rods. A couple of Stellar lights. And the reason I bought these is because they're the older design, which I really like. When I first got into saltwater fishing, the first rod I ever bought was actually one of these. And I still use a lot of Star rods, but I don't really like the new design that much, to be honest with you guys. So when these popped up, they're practically brand new. I thought, why not go snatch them up? And we're just gonna get right to fishing them. Oh yeah. Now, I've never fished here. It's somewhat local to where I usually fish, but I've literally never fished any of these waters. So going with the good old Zoom Fluke, my confidence bait. I'm gonna go give this side a shot real quick. I assume the spot probably gets pretty popping in the summer when the water's really flowing, but just thought I would stop real quick. All right, well, no luck, but I'll probably come back here in the summer sometime when the water's flowing and give it another shot. I'm actually gonna go meet up with Jason now, and we're gonna head to a spot that we know has fish. All right, at the spot. I know you guys are probably sick of seeing this place, but you gotta do what you gotta do in the winter. And right now, it seems to be where all the fish are. And the no-see-ums. All right, so I've got this tackle box. It's the one that stays in the Forerunner all the time. And it's just got a bunch of these just horrible used lures that I've used before, but they're not bad enough to throw away, so I just toss them in here. So I'm gonna try and go through these, see how many of them I can use up today. I think I'm gonna start out with a little fluke. Can't go wrong with a fluke. Using 20-pound mono leader until it gets darker. Once it gets dark, I'll throw on 30. Let's see if we can get a fish on the new rod. There we go. This feels like a jack. That's a little grouper. First fish on the new rod. A little gag grouper. These things are so pretty when they're small like this. All right, first fish on the new rod. Little, I think that's a gag. Or it's a abusing fish, as always, but cute little guy. Let's get him back in the water. Thank you. Okay, got the skunk off the new rod. I thought it was a jack, the way he was kind of just staying in the same spot. That's it, I'm going in the car. This is too much. It's too much. I'm gonna go turn the AC on and stay here until the sun goes down more. These no-see-ums are literally insane. Unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna be fishing much until it gets dark, so I'll do my best to film it. I've got a couple lights. I'll see you guys with whatever we catch. All right, back out at the spot. I don't really remember what we caught. I think we caught some tarpon. I actually caught a nice snook. He ate a little paddle tail. It was a really good fish. Healthy snooter boy. But today I brought out a special weapon because something over here keeps taking the big baits that we throw out and it just slowly pulls us into, there's like a hole, like a shelf there. It just slowly pulls us into it like it's just playing with us. So I spooled this bad boy up with a Top Shot, a 50-pound mono, and then 60-pound leader. Big old circle hook, which I know is gay, but I didn't have any normal hooks that were this big, so I'm gonna be using a circle hook today. And then of course, I've got one of the new rods because I still want to fish with these guys. I handled that snook pretty well. It was bent pretty good. It's only rated for like, I think 6 to 12 pound. So he was working me pretty good, but I got him up. Big old chungus ladyfish. And I'm doing big chunks only because there's catfish out here as well. We don't want to be dealing with that. All right, starting with the head. Now the reason I spooled this thing up with a big old Top Shot of mono is because mono is extremely abrasion resistant, unlike braid. Braid pretty much just gets cut through as soon as you touch a rock. Disengage the spool, clicker on. If he picks it up, we'll know. All right, now I'm gonna get the little rod rigged up. All right, still trying to use up all the horrible tackle from the truck tackle box, so this is what we're going with. Oh, there's a fish. What's that, ladyfish? If it's a ladyfish, I'm gonna cut him up because that's a fresh boy. Oh yeah. Fresh bait is always better than frozen. Sorry, buddy. I gotta use you. Not so hard this time. There we go.
You are gay.
Uh-oh. That's an actual fish, I think. Oh, it's freaking out. Is that a snook? I think it's a big snook. That's gotta be a snook, right? It is a huge snook. That's a really big snook. I'm trying to keep him off the rocks. All right, buddy, just relax.
Oh my God.
Stud snook, bro. Well, I wasn't expecting that. There he is, big fat snook. Ate like half a ladyfish. All right. Crazy tall fish. I'm gonna sit here with this. Okay. Never mind. He's good to go though. I hammered him like I would a like he was a grouper, so it wasn't really that long of a fight, which is good. It's good for the fish, yeah. Get him in and out real fast. The bite's pretty dead, so we're gonna head out. See you guys tomorrow. All right, well, after I caught that big old snook, FWC rolled up and they were like, yo, you can't be here after dark. We were like, oh, we didn't know that. So they were chill, but that sucks. We're gonna have to find a new spot to fish at night. But anyways, now me and Jason are down here in the Keys, as you can see, if you couldn't guess. Still testing out the new setup, rocking 14-pound leader, got some shrimp. I don't know, I figured we'd just mess around. We just decided yesterday, like, oh, let's go to the Keys tomorrow. We also picked up some live crabs, just in case we see some tarpon or who knows, maybe a permit. You never know. I brought one bigger setup because obviously I would get worked on this guy if I was to hook into anything serious, but for the snapper and the yellow jack, it should be perfect, honestly. We walked all the way down to the end of 7 Mile Bridge. I mean, obviously it's not the end of the bridge because you can't do that, but the end of where you can walk. And saw some big tarpon on the way. We threw some crabs at them, but they didn't want anything to do with it. Oh yeah, I'm on something. What is that? Oh, it's one of those pretty, I forget what these are called. Pretty fish though. All right, first fish of the old Keys Bridge trip. I don't even know what these things are called, but they're really pretty. They look like they should be in an aquarium. Let's get them back. All right, friend. Ooh, loot. Dude, always getting loot, bro. Oh, there's quite a few fish out here. Let's see what else we can get. Got something. Oh, it's a decent mangrove. Never mind, he's not at all. Not decent one bit. Oh, huge yellowtail snapper. All right, we should probably move. More aquarium fish. They're so pretty. Whee! All right, we're walking down. The spot kind of sucks. All right, we walked pretty much all the way back down to the end. So let's see if there's anything here real quick and then we'll move on. I'm gonna switch over to artificial. Sun's Out was down here the other day. Well, I don't know when he was here, but he just made a video and he was using these little guys. And it seemed to work, so I'm just gonna copy him. It's the first time I've bought any Z-Man soft plastics in forever because the first time I did, I put them in my tackle box with all my other stuff and they melted and made a huge mess. And I was like, I'm never buying these things again. But look at me, out here buying them again. Oh, it's a nice mangrove. What do they have to be? 10 inches? I don't think so, bro. I mean, you can measure them if you want. He's not, I mean, he's pushing it. That would be really sketchy to keep. He's like right at 10. Yeah, no, throw him back. Bigger than I thought he was. Oh my gosh, I hooked a houndfish. Jeez, relax, bro. Bull shark's just hanging out, having a good time. Oh, shark's after a houndfish. Oh, I think that's the one I hooked. His face was all bloody, so they're probably chasing him around. You can probably see he's wounded. All right, we're gonna go get some food, some caffeine, and I don't know, go somewhere else. All right, this is it. The last bridge we're trying, and then we're giving up after this because we got like a 3-hour drive back. I don't even know why we did this. Why do we do this stuff? Why do we do this to ourselves? How's it looking out there, bro? I'm just gonna jump off here. All right, we're busting out Old Reliable, the good old Zoom Fluke. Gotta use the bigger rod just because there's a lot of current, so I gotta use a heavier jig head, but just going with what I know works, man. At least where I fish. And I feel like everything loves the Zoom Fluke, even down here in the Keys. Homeboy's hooked up down here. I ran into these guys earlier. One of them, he said he's been watching my videos for a couple years now, which is crazy, but looks like Homeboy's hooked up on something huge. That is a huge nurse shark. Oh my gosh.
Let him pull drag at all?
Yeah, you're gonna be here a bit. I'm gonna go back to fishing. It's just a little bit cold out. I mean, for Florida at least. So I'm actually gonna put waders on. All right, next, I gotta see what I wanna use for tackle. Pretty sure there's already 20-pound leader on here, so I'm gonna go with that. I'm definitely gonna bring this Fluke, but I think I wanna use a lighter one to start out. Because it's still early, so you never know, you might get a topwater bite. I'm gonna stick the whole package in my pocket, and we're ready. All right. Let's go see if we can catch some fish. I didn't check the tide, so I don't really know what it's doing right now, but I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it might matter as far as fishing goes, but I don't really care. I was going out here either way. Now you got a bunch of waves up here, obviously. That means it's shallow. That's a sandbar right there, so I'm gonna go out past that, and I think it gets a little deeper over there, so I'm gonna head that way. Let's start casting. I'm just gonna walk and cast. Walk and cast. No, there's a dolphin up here in like super shallow water. Should probably head over there because that's probably where all the fish are, but he probably scared everything. Oh, there's a little baby. You guys aren't gonna be able to see it, they're too far away, but that one going crazy right there is a little baby. Normally dolphin are super annoying when you're fishing, but I don't know. Those guys are over there, they're not really bothering me, and it looks like a family having fun. What the? It's gotta be like a puffer fish, right? For something to chomp my lure up like that, that's gotta be a puffer fish. Sadly, that's the only action that I've got so far this morning. It's very slow. There we go. It's not a puffer fish, it's too fast. Oh my gosh, it is a puffer fish. I think I foul hooked him. You destroyer of lures. Look at that guy. Oh yeah. Look at that, whoa. Oh yeah. All right, buddy, let me see if, there you go. Look at that, huh? Nice little puffer fish ball. I don't know what these guys are. I think they're actually like a toadfish or like a toad. I don't know. Comment and let me know what these things are called. Oh, all right. Whoa, oh my God. All right, get out of here. Now I got to put a new fluke on because he destroyed that one as well. All right, well, not off to a great start, that's for sure. I guess it can only go up from there, right? Can't really get much worse than that. All right, well, there was nothing that way other than that puffer fish, so I'm gonna start working my way back this way. We'll go try and see if I can fish some mangroves. Maybe there's something over there. I don't know what the tide's doing, but we'll see when we get up there. Yeah, I don't really know if I'm gonna be able to fish the mangroves because the tide is super low and they're not even in the water. They're all way out of the water, so yeah, it's not looking too good, boys. Oh, there's a fish. Please be like a real fish. At least like a trout. I don't even care if it's small. A lizard fish? What? I'm going home. That's a big lizard fish, but that's a sign to go home for sure. Look at that guy. Oh. All right, well, horrible morning as far as fishing goes, obviously, but it was nice. Got to mess around with the new rod some more. Enjoyed that. And honestly, that's how it is for me a lot of the times. So, you know, you guys are just coming along with me during the week. That's how these videos are turning out because you guys want a lot of them. You keep commenting that you want me to post more, and I work full-time, guys. I have a full-time job. I'm not a YouTuber, so you're just gonna have to come along with me during days like this where I catch puffer fish and lizard fish. But if you like this video, please go ahead and actually like it. It does help a lot. And as always, I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next time.